So, you've heard a lot about ISO 14001-2015 being the international standard for environmental management systems. But do you ever wonder just how big ISO 14001 is in global terms? A recently completed ISO survey provides the answers. Let's take a look. Welcome to EMSmastery, where we give you the strategies and tactics to master environmental management and sustainability. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Andrew Marlowe. On the 7th of September 2020, the International Organisation for Standardisation, ISO, published their survey of accredited certifications and sites for the calendar year 2019. The ISO survey is an annual survey of the number of valid certificates to ISO management system standards worldwide. It started in 1993 with a survey on ISO 9001 and then took on board 14001 certification in 1999 and has been expanded to embrace 12 management system standards, including ISO IEC 27001 for information security and ISO 39001 for road safety management system. The providers of the data are the certification bodies accredited by the International Accreditation Forum, with members such as UCAS in the UK and ANAB in the United States. The collection of the data for the 2019 survey was started in February 2020, around the time of the start of the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic across the world. However, despite the challenges faced by certification bodies to adapt to this new situation, the participation to the survey was good and comparable with previous years. It's understood that around 430 accredited certification bodies took part in the survey this year. Although the explanatory notes to the survey point out that some fluctuations at a country level may be explained by the non-participation of some important certification bodies, such as those in Bosnia, Korea, Japan, the Netherlands, Turkey, UK and the United States. For the purposes of the ISO survey, a certificate is a document issued by a certification body once the client has demonstrated conformity to the relevant international standard. And a site is a permanent location where the organisation carries out its work or provides its service. As an overview, the survey provides a table displaying the total number of valid certificates and the total number of sites for each standard covered by the survey. For this episode, I have selected the main environmental international standards: ISO 14001-2015 for environmental management systems and ISO 50001-2018 for energy management systems, and used ISO 9001-2015 for quality and ISO 45001-2018 for occupational health and safety management systems for comparison purposes. For ISO 14001-2015, the global total certificates are 312,580, which compares with the global total for ISO 9001 of 883,521 certificates and 18,227 certificates for energy management systems and 38,654 certificates for occupational health and safety management systems. Comparing the latest 2019 survey with the previous 2018 survey, we can see that the total number of ISO 14001-2015 certificates has increased by 5,521 certificates, approximately a 2% increase, which is a steady growth. This can be compared with an increase of 4,857 certificates for ISO 9001, approximately a 0.5% increase, 168 certificates for ISO 50001, and 26,702 certificates for ISO 45001. The increase for ISO 45001 may be due to the transition from OSAS 18001-2007, which was a British standard, to the now international standard ISO 45001. Looking at the distribution of ISO 14001 certificates by country, the top 5 comprises China, which dominates the total number of certificates at 134,926, followed by Japan, 18,026 certificates, Italy, 17,386, Spain, 12,871, and the UK, with a respectful 11,420 certificates. Further insight can be taken by analysing the data using Microsoft Excel and researching by region, such as Europe, Australasia, Asia, the Middle East, Africa, North and Central America, and South America. Moving on to the global number of certificates by sector, we can see that construction, sector not known, wholesale and retail trade, including repairs of motor vehicles, motorcycles and personal and household goods, basic metal and fabricated metal products, and electrical and optical equipment account for well over 54% of the world's ISO 14001 certificates, at a total of 215,886 certificates. The survey further drills down into these sectors for each country, where we can take the examples of the United Kingdom and the United States. The United Kingdom has a large number of certificates in the sector unknown at 3,179. This is unfortunate, as it is not possible to fully understand what sector they should be truly allocated to. The remaining sectors are construction at 393 certificates, other services at 298, basic metal and fabricated metal products at 188, and engineering services at 162 certificates. It should be noted that the total number of certificates by sector for the United Kingdom only accounts for 5,369 certificates, which is approximately 53% of the total UK certificates, and so the sector data may not be fully representative. Looking at the United States, we find a similar proportion of certificates in the sector unknown at 970 certificates, basic metal and fabricated metal products at 453, other transport equipment at 260, electrical and optical equipment at 259, and rubber and plastic products at 259 certificates. The brief analysis given in this episode can only go so far in providing insight into the use of ISO 14001-2015 accredited certification within the global marketplace. There is much that you and others may wish to do by drilling down further into the dataset to gain greater intelligence into the penetration of ISO 14001 in certain countries, regions or sectors. If you want to make your own analysis, the ISO 2019 Survey Dataset can be freely downloaded from the ISO website at www.iso.org/the-iso-survey.html. Further information on the ISO 2019 survey and the link to the download for the survey dataset is given in the description box below, including a link to the resources at the EMSmastery.com website. If this episode has helped to advance your understanding of the global use of ISO 14001-2015 accredited certification, please subscribe to this YouTube channel to ensure that you don't miss out on future episodes on environmental management and sustainability. Until then, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, you can watch other episodes by clicking on the boxes in the top and bottom right, and to subscribe to this YouTube channel, click on the link to the left. Thank you.